We're back here again, and it's time to talk about the Idea Collective Retreat presented by Bank 59 for 2022. I'm Pat Miller, the founder and host of the Idea Collective. Thank you for joining us today because we're going to talk all about where we're going and what we're doing at the small business event of the year, the Idea Collective Retreat for small business owners. We did this last year, and we'll talk about how that went. And then we will reveal all of our speakers, our 7 keynote speakers, and all of the ways that you can experience the camaraderie and togetherness and creativity and support and pretty much magic that's happening inside the Idea Collective. So with that, let's get on with it and we'll talk about it. So here's our vision about how we were thinking when we built the 2022 retreat. The first thing we wanted to do, first thing was, wow, last year went great. Let's keep growing on our success for 21. And that included a bunch of in-person interviews and feedback surveys from the folks that attended so we could continue to make it great. The second thing is, getting people together is great, but if the content isn't there, then what's the point, right? This isn't some dinner party. This is where we need to learn things so we can grow. One of the pieces of feedback we received, we wanted more content that we could choose what to see. Not everyone in one big room. So we've added some sessions and some workshops so you can choose your own adventure and get exactly what you need out of the presenters at the retreat. The other thing is we wanted purposeful networking. This came straight from the user feedback. The folks that attended said, yeah, I got to know everybody, but I didn't really get to know much about their business. So we've added some time on Thursday afternoon for purposeful networking and get to know you sessions. So by the time Thursday night ends, we're all buddies and we are all a part of the Idea Collective. The next thing is we wanted to keep it accessible. Now, that means we probably could have blown this thing up to 500 or 600 people coming to the retreat. But to do that, I would have to charge an arm and a leg. And since prices for everything are going up, we didn't want to do anything that would make the ticket price unreachable for small business owners like you and me. So we wanted to make sure that the content was amazing, but we also didn't want to blow it out of proportion to the fact that not everybody could attend. So we wanted it to be accessible. And then the last thing, as with everything in the Idea Collective, there are plenty of places to go learn about business and be bored, or plenty of places to go learn about business and listen to someone drone on and on about how smart they are. No, that's not what we do. We want to learn stuff. We want to have a good time. We want to have some fun. And that is the essence of the Idea Collective. So that's what we were thinking when we put together the retreat. So I'm going to talk to you about the days of the retreat and in general, what's happening on every day of the retreat. And then we'll talk about the speakers and our keynotes. 7 keynote speakers that we have at the retreat, and then how you can get involved. Okay. So our retreat overview, it is 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, November 10th through the 12th. However, we've got a little cookie. We're playing around with pre-conference on Wednesday afternoon. This was an idea by the one and only JB, who's on the call today. The idea is, what if we had extra real estate to put in some workshops or some VIP sessions or some other educational opportunities that will be included in the ticket price? This is not fully fleshed out yet, but if you're a coach, a consultant, a content creator, and you're thinking about how do I make my clients feel special? Well, let's talk about bringing your client base to a VIP day with you on Wednesday, and then they can stay and be a part of the retreat Thursday through Saturday. Also, if you'd like to present content or do a workshop, or you have an idea of what we could do on Wednesday afternoon, let us know. But this is going to develop between now and the retreat. We'll probably do something on Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday night, that will be our unofficial official reception, where people from Canada, North Carolina, and Virginia, and Colorado, and Arizona, we all get together and have a cocktail. We'll also record a special episode of my podcast, The Pat Miller Show, to have something fun to do on Wednesday night. So Wednesday night is going to be so much fun. If you're coming to the retreat, make sure you get there on Wednesday night. The other reason to get there Wednesday night is that Thursday morning comes early. So on Thursday, this is where we start our track programming. We're going to have 2 different tracks of content in the morning on Thursday. We're going to have a sales and marketing track, and we're going to have an operations and finance track. Then we're going to have the Idea Slam brainstorming lunch, which is always a good time. And then the keynotes start on Thursday afternoon. Thursday afternoon after that, we'll have our networking happy hour and our networking dinner. So by the end of the first day, you're going to have probably more content than you can handle. And you'll have met literally everyone at the place. And then we all have dinner and blow off some steam on Thursday night. That's day one. Day two, we get on with it. Day two is the full-blown on stage, big screens, lights, sound effects, pew, pew, everything. Like it's the big deal. All of our keynotes on stage all day on Thursday. After that, we'll do our celebration dinner. Now, if you didn't attend last year, you missed out on something that's going to be a tradition because I love it, and which is going to be a tradition because I love it. We do a celebration happy hour, and then we do a celebration dinner. And the reason why we're doing that is it's a time for us to purposely stop and reflect on all the success we've had in the previous year. And we will write or open envelopes that were written at last year's retreat. At last year's retreat, I asked everyone to fill out an envelope. What's a goal that you want for 2022? At the celebration dinner, we'll open those envelopes and see how far we've come. So it's a time for us to pause and celebrate how far we've come, celebrate the success of the community, and just really have those good vibes on Friday evening. And then after that, of course, we'll have Family Feud, which was just an absolute riot. We played Family Feud in the main ballroom. It was fantastic. On Saturday, okay, we leave 2022 behind and we turn our attention to 2023. We're going to have our Coaches Culmination Coaches Row, which is free laser coaching for anyone who attends, with a lineup of coaches to die for, everything from mindset to finance to banking to efficiency to general business coaching, a little bit of everything you can choose from. You will reserve your slot in advance of the conference so you can meet with 2 or 3 or 4 different coaches on Saturday morning to get a little bit of laser coaching and consider, do I need a coach in my life for 2023? After Coaches Row, then we're going to have our goal setting brunch, #bacon. We're going to have a couple of different speakers, and then we're going to have our goal setting seminar. After all of that is done, we're going to take a nap, like just take a breath. Some folks are going to take off early. The cool kids are going to hang out for the Kwik Trip after party that everybody's invited to. We've rented out an entire bowling alley for 80s cosmic disco bowling. Pizza and beer, you gotta go. It's going to be bananas. So that is an overview of what we're doing from Wednesday, where we're going to have some really unique programming that's TBA, to track programming and keynotes on Thursday, all keynotes on Friday, and then looking forward into the future on Saturday. This event is, it's so much fun and effective. And I think that's what makes it work. So you ready for the speakers? We're ready for the speakers, right? Let's talk about the speakers. I think we have 18 speakers and 7 keynotes for the retreat this year. And one thing that I really want to commend our team on, and led by JB, who's on the call, the chair of the speaker committee, we were able to get lots of applicants for our speakers this year. And we got everything organized and ready to go. So on launch day, today, we're able to release the agenda in its entirety. So thank you to the team that helped put this together. And I'm really excited about the lineup that we have this year. So we talked on Thursday, we've got 2 different programming tracks on Thursday. One is sales and marketing, one is operations and finance. And it's kind of cool that this is happening. One of our speakers from the tracks is on the call today. So the first speaker during the sales and marketing track, Kenny J, and his presentation, TikTok, you're on the clock. Kenny, it's great to see you this morning, friend. Tell everyone what you do, and then what are you going to present for us at the retreat?
Hey, Pat. First of all, congratulations to you, JB, and your team for what you're doing and how you're bringing people together in an extremely meaningful way. I'm glad to play a small part in it. I have case studies from the music business. First of all, I'm a media consultant, and I work in the record and media business. We consult radio stations, radio talent, podcasters, and artists to help them in the content space and help them grow their businesses. So one of the case studies I have is an artist who was stocking shelves at Costco. and decided to post a clip of a song on TikTok and is now going to be selling out arenas this fall. TikTok works for small business owners. An artist is a small business owner, just like we all are. And I'll show you how to use TikTok efficiently, scale TikTok to your advantage, and reap some rewards in 2023. And Pat, I'm excited about the challenge that we're also going to have around this as well. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. And that's kind of a sneak preview that Kenny's going to lead a challenge for the community. Did we decide that was right after the retreat, Kenny? Does that sound right? Mid-November to mid-December? Does that sound right?
Yep.
Awesome. It's going to be great. We'll have Kenny's coaching and engagement after the retreat as well. But Kenny, thank you for coming to the retreat and for teaching us. And we'll see you, gosh, what is it? 6 months from now. Today's May. It's going to be in November. So thanks for coming on the call today. I appreciate it.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
It's
Congrats
going to be
again.
great. Yeah, absolutely. So Kenny will kick off the sales and marketing track. And if there was one topic we received a lot of questions about, it was TikTok. So he's going to crush that portion of our marketing piece for sure. Jennifer Hensley is going to present the marketing playbook for success. Marketing isn't about any particular strategy, but about having a winning system. And that's what people are missing. Jennifer is going to run down her marketing playbook for everyone inside the sales and marketing track. Up next, 4 ways to create a big brand. Now, Heather helps people with their personal brand and the expression of their personal brand. So Heather Schaefer will be a part of the track. Heather will help you break down the mystery of creating a personal brand for your business that aligns with your mission and purpose and feels authentic to who you are. Thanks for coming, Heather. We're excited to learn from you. And this person, I've personally worked with Erin Marcus. And when I say #genius, I'm not playing around. Erin is the bomb. And she's going to come and present, Are You Ready Yet? You'll never do what it takes until you become the person it takes to do it. The past couple of years has certainly taught us that something will always happen. But truthfully, it's not the situation that determines the outcome. It's the person. This talk is all about who you need to be in order to succeed, regardless of the circumstances. Terrific speaker, really sharp. And those 4 folks, they make up the sales and marketing track presented by AMA Milwaukee. So that is Thursday before noon, and that's only one half of it. The other half, so you'll have to make choices between those 4 speakers and these 4 speakers. Operations and finance track led by Megan Schwann. Business Strategy 101. Don't let math stunt your growth. As successful business owners, we get to a point where the next level requires us to start thinking and acting differently. Most of our business decisions drive back to the numbers, but it can be something we avoid because it's math. I mean, really, seriously, math. The truth is that our numbers are important. In this talk, she will take owners through 3 key areas to focus on how to really grow and level up your business. Megan Schwann, it's going to be great. Thank you for contributing. Cecilia Boss is going to present the top 10 boo-boos small business owners make. She goes through 10 things and 10 mistakes we all make, and she'll teach us how to prevent future problems with her business success and growth. Cecilia will be a part of the operations and finance track. Now, one of our newer members in the Idea Collective is Brent Helfwassen, and he has shown up and done nothing but give and give and give and give. And he's going to have a really thought-provoking presentation on the operations and finance track because he's going to talk about the money value of time. Now, think about it. As a small business owner, you can perform what you do for a living, but when you're spending time on something, you're literally taking away your inventory, your time. So what is that worth? He talks about time is the one item we can never get more of. We measure the least often and are most likely to give away for free. Plus, it won't show up on our P&L, balance sheet, or cash flow statement. In this seminar, we will understand why our time is our most precious resource, ways to learn its value, and methods to optimize how we measure and how we use our time to get it the value it deserves. It's going to be great, Brent. It's going to be a really good presentation. So thanks for contributing. And last person on the operations and finance track, well, you got to have a lawyer, right? Of course you do. Ways to protect your business legally with Stephanie Melnick. It's an overview of ways small businesses can protect themselves, including entity formation, trademark, copyright registration, and contracts. Stephanie, thanks a lot. So that's Thursday. So if you think now, we had 4 speakers in one track, 4 speakers in another track. Then that afternoon, we have 2 keynotes, and we'll announce those in just a little bit. Saturday morning is our goal setting brunch, and we have 2 speakers contributing there. Talmar Anderson, the owner of Boss Actions, who is influencing your success, 3 steps to vet your next coach. Now, the reason why this is so valuable, and this is a lot of information coming at you, I get it, but it'll make sense when you see the agenda. From 8 until 10:30 on Saturday morning, you get the opportunity to meet with coaches for free. Get to talk to maybe 2 or 3 or 4 different coaches. And if you're interested in coaching of some kind, you got to make a choice of which one's the best fit for you. Boom. Talmar's right there to help you think through the process and make sure you make the right choice for you and your business in 2023. Also on Saturday morning, the guy, Michael Rampolla. He is the coachy coach. He's awesome. He's at Spearhead in Milwaukee, and he does a killer goal setting seminar. So the idea is by the time we leave the retreat on Saturday, you'll have a goal or 2 in mind of what you want to have happen next year. Michael will teach you how to go through that process, and you will leave with that goal in hand. So those are the Saturday speakers. We've already talked about Thursday speakers. Now we need to talk about the keynotes. We have 7 keynotes. And 7 keynotes, all doing 45 minutes or more. So these are real presentations with tons of meat and potatoes. And they've all been told repeatedly, don't show up here and try and sell us stuff. Don't just wave around things we might want to know. We want real information that we can take away and grow our business with. So those were their orders when they put in their applications to speak on stage as a keynote. So here we go. First keynote to announce, Melina Palmer. Now, Melina, she owns the Brainy business, and her presentation is the truth about pricing. It's not about the cookie. Now, if we look back in the Idea Collective, one of the most common conversations that we have is, how much should I charge? Everyone needs to know that, right? She talks about how to price products. It's something every business, regardless of size or industry, struggles with. Countless hours have been wasted agonizing over the perfect price, but there's something no one has told you. There is an unwritten truth about pricing, a secret Melina will uncover in this session using her proprietary "it's not about the cookie" method. In this session, you'll learn how the brain makes decisions on pricing, why the order things are presented in matters much more than the items themselves, and specific tips for commanding premium prices on all of your products. This is going to be good. We had her on Small Business Rally Point at the beginning of the year. And after the show, we kind of looked at each other and thought, retreat speaker for sure. So she's coming in from Washington. It's going to be awesome. Melina, thank you so much for being a part of the retreat. The second of 7 keynote speakers, Matt Brauning. He's going to present Speak Your Way to Over $100,000 in Speaking Fees in 60 minutes or less. If you look into the Idea Collective, we have a lot of subject matter experts and small business owners that would like to be on more stages. And boy, wouldn't it be great if we could get paid? Absolutely. This guy is taking his knowledge and he's out there speaking and getting paid to do it. He's going to teach us how to uncover the secrets to the most effective, immediate, and profitable marketing strategies for your business today. Speaking. Learn how to use speaking as more than communication. It's a powerful marketing strategy to generate an endless supply of leads, attract your ideal clients, close more sales, and create a $100,000 profit center for your business. Matt's coming in from Michigan. It's going to be great. I'm excited that he's a part of the retreat. So that's 2 of 7. How about we do a surprise? This is a surprise. We have 2 different surprises. First surprise is Bron Watson. Now, why is Bron a surprise? If you're not a member of the Idea Collective community and you don't know who Bron is, that's cool. But I'll share with you why it's a surprise. Bron lives in Australia, and she was one of our day one believers in the Idea Collective, part of our founding 50. And she's been such a great supporter over the years. And she said, I'd come to the retreat in Milwaukee. Absolutely. So she's flying in from Australia for our retreat in Wisconsin, and she's going to present her success formula for small business organic social media. She is a social media expert, and she believes in growing it organically, meaning we ain't spending a fortune to grow our social. She's fun and brilliant. She's coming from Australia. I cannot wait to meet her in person. So Bron, thanks for coming. Can't wait to see you. How about another surprise? This would be our 4th of 7 keynotes. And this one is a result of a Susie Moon challenge, #Moon challenge. Susie said to me, boy, wouldn't it be amazing if the owner of Kwik would come and talk to our small business owners? Okay. So we called our friends at Kwik and said, hey, would it be possible, if like the owner of your $1 billion company would come talk to us? Yeah, sure. So there you go. Carl Rick. This is so funny too. Carl Rick's day job is the training manager at Kwik. And if you've ever walked into Kwik, you know how important their training is because their people are always on point. But he's also the 3rd generation owner of Kwik. So what we're going to do with him on Thursday over lunch, we're going to do the Idea Slam, which is a big group brainstorming that I'll lead. It's going to be crazy and fun and loud. On Friday over lunch, I'm going to interview Carl and learn the Kwik story and how it got so big and what lessons they've learned. And he's willing to do Q&A with you. So if there's something about their success that you'd like to ask about, we can ask the owner of Kwik. How cool is that? Over lunch on Friday. So Carl, thank you for your support and partnership, for helping this thing grow as much as it has. And we look forward to learning from you. All right. So that's 4 of 7. Yeah. 4 of 7. Up next, this is a Thursday afternoon keynote. Susan Trumpler. Susan Trumpler, again, longtime advocate and member of the community. She's also a killer consultant and a part of the Donald Miller School, right? So she's a certified coach through Donald Miller, the author behind StoryBrand, right? She's going to do a talk and a workshop. So her talk is going to be the Business Made Simple keynote process that Donald Miller teaches. And it helps us think about our business in a very simple to understand way. And then she's going to do a workshop with us on StoryBrand. And if you've read the book StoryBrand, you know how impactful that StoryBrand methodology is. She's going to lead us on a workshop through the StoryBrand process. And she'll tell us what we need to say about our business to attract our ideal client. This is a killer combo. This is Thursday afternoon. And the reason why I'm being clear about this is Thursday afternoon, because on Friday morning, we're actually going to put it into practice. So Thursday afternoon, Susan's going to teach us what we should say about our business. And then on Friday morning, our next keynote speaker is going to tell us how to say it. Our next keynote is Precious Williams, the Killer Pitch Master, How to Pitch for Profit, the Art of the Killer Pitch. Now, what's so cool about this is Susan will tell us what to say. Precious will tell us how to say it. And she is the best of the best. 12-time winner of the International Pitch Competition, featured on Shark Tank, featured on every piece of media you can possibly imagine, from Forbes to CNN to you name it. She's been everywhere. And she's so fun and so engaging. If you were at the retreat in 2021, she's going to do for us what Jesse did for us last year, which is get us going on Friday morning, get us energized, and challenge us to think bigger. So if you're not familiar with who Precious is, let's learn just a tiny bit about her.
Hello, my name is Precious Williams, and I'm the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. You can call me the Killer Pitch Master because I help you what? Slay all competition. The first time I pitched myself to the producers of MSNBC and did so well that I appeared on national television pitching my business, which led to $500,000, and then that sent me on my way to becoming a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. When people watched me, they're like, I want to do what she does because she doesn't do it like anybody else. And so that led me to start Perfect Pitches by Precious to help others harness the power of authenticity and transparency and kill it in any pitch. SBS Services, quite simply, helped me grow and expand my business. Years ago, I was homeless. I was a severe alcoholic, and I thought everything was over. And in a span of less than 3 years, I went from eating out of garbage cans to being in some of the biggest companies in the world, training and teaching and coaching. And so what makes it priceless overall is trusting in myself and seeing it all the way through. I want my community to see me as a Black woman, an educated Black woman who went to hell and back and totally changed the world.
So she's going to be great. And her stage presentation is so engaging and thought-provoking. And you're going to leave Friday morning with a new way to think about your business and talk about your business. When people ask that question, oh, what do you do? And you've got about 4.2 seconds to get their attention and actually get them interested in what you have to say. So really excited that Precious is going to be there. We have one more keynote to present. And I love this person. And I love what we do with this final keynote every year. Every year. This is our second year, but we're going to do it every year. Damn it. So every keynote that you've ever seen at a conference is always, hey, here's their book, and they talk about their thing, and they're on stage doing their thing. It's the same thing you could get anywhere else. But the theme of the Idea Collective is don't grow it alone. And the idea is this is a place where you can bring your problems and your opportunities and have a group of people around you that are ready to support and help you. That's what the Idea Slam is about. That's what Friday Finish Line's about. That's what our co-working opportunities are about. It's about don't grow it alone. So what we like to do, what I like to do, is book one big keynote a year and have them show up as our small business mentor, meaning the people in the room are going to be able to go up on stage and talk with this person and get one-on-one business coaching live in front of all of us. Last year, Mel Robbins did the job. This year, I'm proud to announce that Mike Michalowicz, the author of Profit First, is going to be our guy. Mike has built and sold multi-million-dollar businesses. He's written umpteen small business books, including the classic Profit First. If you haven't read it, read it. His newest book is Get Different. And he's going to be taking questions from our group. He's going to come in virtually. Our guests will be live on stage. He's so much fun. Oh my gosh. And he's really going to help people grow their business. So Mike, Precious, Susan, Rick, Melina, Matt, Bron, and our keynote or our track speakers, our Saturday speakers, and you. When we read our feedback from last year, yeah, the speakers were great. We learned some stuff, but boy, I really made these power partner connections, these deep, meaningful connections with others inside the community. That's what the retreat is all about. So we kind of packaged it all together, and let's see how we're talking about the retreat for 2022. Where do you go to grow your small business? Sure, there are networking events, lunch and learns, and meetups, but I'm talking real growth, real connection, and real transformation. That's what we're doing.
I don't go to every conference because I don't have time. I bookmark a couple of events a year that I go to. Idea Collective Retreat is one of them.
Within the first 10 minutes of being at this event today, I already decided that I'm coming next year because it's that good.
I mean, these are huge names. You get those when you're at a conference with 40,000 people. Not more intimate conferences like this.
I'm walking away with 2 or 3 actionable items that I will implement starting on Monday.
You have to invest in yourself, and this is an investment in myself, my business.
It's a must-have. Bookmark it on your calendar.
That's what we're doing. Oh, I'm so excited. 2022, November 10th through the 12th. You got to be there. Where? This is where we're going, the Grand Geneva Resort, 4-star resort in between Chicago and Milwaukee. It's absolutely gorgeous, and we essentially take over the whole thing. It's going to be us sitting there and there and there, and that's the bar, by the way. We know that area very well. But it's going to be another beautiful year there, and we have some time built into the schedule for you to have some time to unwind. They've got a beautiful spa on site. If the weather holds, we can go out and play one of their world-class golf courses. Tons of restaurants and bars, horseback riding on property if you want. And what's neat is they gave us a really good room rate. $125 to stay at Grand Geneva is a really good rate. Plus, they knocked down the resort fees to just $10 a night. So they're taking care of us to bring us back for 2022. So why should you come? As if you're not convinced already. Why should you come? Let's get granular. Well, you don't want to miss the magic because nothing is going to be streamed. Everything's going to happen in person. So this won't be one of those conferences where, oh, I want to spend money to come on site, and then 2 weeks before they put a stream on sale for 1/10 of the price. We're not streaming anything because the reason why you go to this conference is to learn stuff and make these connections and find your members and partners inside the community. Those one-on-one connections, like I mentioned, you'll build those bonds. You can kind of relax. And this is something that I think about all the time. Fat Cat CEOs get to take a weekend away to Palm Springs and think about their business. When do you ever get to do that? When's the last time? For many of us, it's never. So what if you went to a really nice joint and spent a couple of days thinking about and working on your business, not in your business? You'll be able to set your goals for 2023. Our content is second to none, and we're going to have a ton of fun. So almost too much fun, so much fun you'll feel guilty writing it off. That's how much fun we're going to have. So all of that is going to be wrapped up in one weekend. And don't believe me, here's some of the feedback. Michael Creed, I love this quote. I've been chewing on the impact of the 21 retreat, and I finally just stopped because it's impossible for one person to come up with all the impact it has made and will make. Pretty good, right? So what does your ticket include? Yes, you have to buy a ticket to come, but it's not just a ticket to walk through the doors. We include 5 meals, your Thursday lunch, Thursday dinner, Friday lunch, Friday dinner, Saturday goal setting brunch are all included at no extra charge. We have inspiration. I'm going to do my show on Wednesday night. I'll be doing some coaching one-on-one during that show, plus the Idea Slam brainstorming lunch on Thursday. If you're new to the community, like you're not currently a member of the Idea Collective, just by buying your ticket, we'll give you 3 months free so you can try out the community and hear what everyone's talking about inside the incubator. The goal setting is wrapped up in your ticket price, so you'll get your goals for 2023 built during our seminar. The laser coaching, don't forget about that. You can meet with multiple coaches on Saturday morning in our laser coaching event. And Family Feud is so much fun. Friday night, we're going to blow off steam. Our MC, Roger Wolkoff, is back again. It's going to be great. So the base ticket is $8.99. That's the full price ticket right before the event. But that's not what we're putting on sale today. What we're putting on sale today is our early bird ticket, thanks to Bank 59. It's on sale for $6.99, but it's limited to the first 75 tickets sold. And that is as of right now. That was my starter's pistol. The first 75 tickets we sell will be $6.99. So head to this website, smallbizretreat.com. Don't worry about password pivot. You don't need that anymore. Smallbizretreat.com is the website. You can go there. You can see all of our speakers. They're going to be on stage. You can see all the information you need about the hotel. So many different ways you can get involved. It's smallbizretreat.com. And besides getting your ticket, how else can you get involved? We have ways. First thing is to share. Now we can go out and tell everyone, hey, the retreat's on sale. And one of the things that we'll send you once you buy your ticket is a graphic that says, I'm going. So you can tell your friends and colleagues that they should be attending it as well. We have sponsorship opportunities. If you want to be a part of a meal or get a chance to put your logo on the lanyard around everybody's neck, put something in the welcome bag, have an expo table, we have sponsorship opportunities available. Reach out to us. We'd love to have you included. and then volunteer. I mean, it's going to take a lot of work to put this whole thing together. And if you want to be a part of the retreat team, let us know. We would love to have you included. So with that, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee, stop sharing, put the screen on gallery view, and see, okay, any questions, comments, or sarcastic remarks? Now, Nicole and Susie and JB, you know what's going on. Kenny and Candace, great to see you. Lisa, how about you? Does anything come to mind? Do you have any questions about what we have putting on sale here?
No questions. I'm super excited.
Love it. Love it. Can't wait to see you. Good to see you again this morning, by the way.
Thank you.
Candace, good to see you as well. And Kenny, thank you for coming today. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to learning from you. So you've been to about a bazillion conferences, knowing that you're a radio guy and a coach and consultant. Do you have any questions about how to get here or what's going on?
No, great spot. I'm really excited how this recording really brought it all to life. I mean, honestly, you see it on a piece of paper and you're like, okay, this is really great. And then you hear it and then you put it all together and you go, wow, this is really a great investment for my business.
No, I appreciate it, man. And thank you for doing it. Definitely looking forward to learning from you. Candace, anything from you this morning? I know that you popped in a little bit late, but do you have any questions or anything that you want to share this morning?
No, I'm just really excited. I'm looking forward to the retreat. This, fear of missing out. I'm not missing out on this again. Never, never, never.
No. All right, cool. Well, let's do this. We encourage you to visit smallbizretreat.com. That is the website. I'm Pat Miller, the Idea Coach, founder of the Idea Collective. We cannot wait to see you November 10th through the 12th at the Grand Geneva Resort. See you there.
All right, I think everybody is back. Looks like it. Okay. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to work on your plan for next quarter. For how many of you was this a new experience, taking time to plan ahead, and looking at your goals before you get started on the time frame? For who was this a new effort? Jen says yes. Thank you. Anybody else? Was this new? And okay, how bad was it? For those of you that this is your first time, as painful as we thought. John Taylor, where are we at? It's not as smooth as we had hoped.
Getting there.
So getting there takes time. It's practice. So I'm glad that you all did it. We're going to do a report out in a minute, but before we do that, we really want to make sure that we give you something special. We really want to thank Pat and the Idea Collective Incubator for bringing us together and sponsoring this. It's been huge. It's been great. We don't want it to end, so we're not going to let it end. So we're going to give you a special offer. We want to give you, everybody here gets laser coaching from us. All right, everybody here gets one-on-one time with Darren or me. All you got to do is schedule it. So I'm going to put the link in the chat right now. It's really easy. And literally, we're going to take a minute right now. And you're going to go do this. So please click that link and choose your time. We want to make sure that you get time to talk about your priority goal for the next quarter. We want to go over your Spearhead with you, make sure the plan is solid, and make sure that you are on the path to success. And as Darren likes to say, if the plan doesn't work, then at least you can blame us. So make sure that you get time with us. This is our special offer to you. Everybody gets this. I'm going to literally watch my inbox as this stuff starts rolling in. Right now, please go schedule time. Go. Crash our server. Actually, I can watch this roll in. I'm going to do that right now. Thanks, Brent. Love it. All right, thank you. It's rolling in. This is great, everybody. We really appreciate it. We want to make sure that we support you in any way that we can. Obviously, this is the least we can do, and we want to make sure that you are really set up for success next quarter or this coming quarter. So, Darren, anything you want to add to that?
No, sir. Looking good.
Good. All right. Thanks, everybody.
I'm getting roll-ins.
Oh, wait, this one. Working. Like it when it works. All right. Very nice. Let's see. So let's do that reporting out part. We want to make sure that we are sharing those spearheads so we get to advance, celebrate with you when you crush it. So who, and we are expecting everybody. So you can unmute, you can drop in the chat. Either way, let's share those big goals for Q2. Who's ready to go first? Thank you, Roger Wolkoff. Go for it.
So I'm reading across the top, the 4 goals.
Yep. Number 1, upper left corner. So just what's your number 1 priority for the
just the number 1?
Just the number 1. Just the number 1.
Customer acquisition. My goal is 50K. Book 12 disc sessions at 3,500, and that also, and then additional revenue would be adding the assessments in there as well.
Nice. I like it. Good goal, Roger. Thank you very much. Who's next? Lynn Karazi.
Yeah, biggest ones, secure 3 new clients for a total of 45,000 in sales.
Right. 3 clients, 45K. I like it, Lynn. Nice and tight. Very nice. Who's next? Good for hand. Susie Moon.
My goal is to finish the cultivating sales certification by the first month.
Oh, good. So that's a 30-day goal.
Yeah.
And when you have that certification, how are you going to use it in the rest of the quarter? How's that going to help you?
It's part of my customer acquisition. I'll be listed on Melissa's website as a certified user, and
Nice.
it'll get out to more people. Yeah.
That's great. Love it. Thank you, Susie. Sounds good. I see Becky dropped in the chat. Spend time working with customers and products that equates to $180 a day. I love that you're down to that micro level. Do the math. I think that's really great. So you're really focused on the daily level behaviors that gets you to your daily goal and multiply that out for the quarter. Is that about right? Christy nods. Okay, great. Thank you, Becky. Appreciate it. Who's next? We're advanced celebrating. Christine's that ready? Go for it. Oh, you're on mute. Christine, you're on mute. Christine, you're on mute. I'm sure it's lovely.
I was just seeing if you guys could read lips. So my goal is directly related to my revenue, and that is essentially to improve my lead to what we call IC, which is initial consultation conversion, to 40%, which is 5% over the average for the system. We're at 10% right now.
Okay. I like that goal then. What's the number one thing you need to do to make that a reality?
I think a lot of it has to do with better targeted marketing, as well as improved training for my staff, my coaches, who are the ones that make the calls and send the messages to get these consultations scheduled.
Got it. So you're recognizing the behaviors that lead to that result, and you're gonna put in the time to develop the people.
Absolutely.
Good plan. Good plan, Christine. Thank you so much. Let's see, who was in the room that I was talking with? Taryn. It was complex, which I think is good because it's not always so straightforward, right? Where did you land as far as your spearhead goes for Q2?
Still on the revenue goal. Company 1, 39.5, company 2. I actually still am working those numbers because as I went through your exercise and my profit map that's already in place, I should surpass what I originally had written down. So that's good. Now I just have to figure out how I can realize growth and make that happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. Yeah. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Great exercise.
You're welcome. I'm glad to help.
But I have an off question for you that I'll ask when I get my 15 minutes. Thank you guys for doing that.
Oh, you're very welcome. Looking forward to it with you. I'm going to call on Sarah Deacon because I know she's been working on this. I see it's a focus face. Am I reading the face right? That's I think I got this.
Well, I feel like I kind of understand it, and I'm starting at 0, so it's kind of tricky. So yeah, that's, the goal that I have for the year is 30K, but because I'm starting at 0, I'm trying to break it down. I'm like, well, there's 3 quarters left of the year. So is it 10K, but I'm still building momentum. So it'd probably be 5K for the quarter.
I was going to say that is a lower the bar moment, right? So I'm starting from 0. Let me be honest. 5K. So when we broke that down earlier, can you divide that back to say how many clients do I need to get there?
Yeah.
You got that. Awesome. Sarah, I think 5K is a great goal. And I said this in one of the rooms I was in. Everybody's numbers are different. Everybody's running a different business. I was in one room and we were talking in the millions, and another, and thousands in the exact same conversation. Where you are is where you are. You're playing the house, not each other. So what do you need to get done to take care of you and your business? Where you are is where you are, and where you're trying to go is always going to be unique to you. So thanks, Sarah, for owning that and being open with us on it. Anybody else on spearheads? I really want to hear them because we really want to, like I said, Brent, I think I saw a half a hand. Like maybe I should. Yeah. Okay. Come on in, bud.
It's a half loss, and I should only do half a head. I get incremental $10,000 revenue, so I have stuff in the pipeline, but I'm not targeting that. So, and that's really focused around either or both landing additional sponsorships or selling workshops that I can convert within the quarter, which is generally a tight turnaround, but let's get her done.
I love that optimism. Thanks, Brent. You got a plan to get there. Alex, I see the hand up. Virtual hand. Come on in. What do you got?
Yeah. Thanks, Michael. Just stop me when I start saying too much. So I have it planned out that our monthly revenue would be 15K a month.
Okay.
We're implementing, so in order to get that consistently, we've surpassed that in the past, but we want to, from what we've learned last year, we didn't want to burn ourselves out, and we didn't necessarily want to hire a bunch of employees. So this is kind of the number that makes us happy, where we don't kill ourselves. So one of the things I learned about that is we're going to be automating our marketing. We're putting our strategic partnerships in place. So we have about 3 or 4 of those, and we want to have our projects booked out 3 months in advance max, nothing too far ahead, so that we lose contact with our clients as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely ranging into other areas, which is fine because I see how that all fits together. So the ultimate revenue measurement points to what?
Consistently 15K a month. That's
15K a month. So we're at 45K for the quarter.
Sure.
I think I did that math right. Somebody check me. 15 times 3. Yep. Okay, good. So 45K for the quarter. And the reason we do quarters, folks, is you need to be able to account for fluctuations, right? So it's sales pipelines, all those other things. So Alex, nice job. How do you distribute number of referrals as top objective for a Spearhead? Okay, hold on. Good. I love a challenge. Thank you, Taryn. How do you view a specific number of referrals as a top objective for a Spearhead that is the revenue? So clients as butts and seats, most efficient way to get those as referrals. Some see that as a result rather than an objective. Okay, I'm going to bounce this one to Darren. Darren, are referrals a result or an objective to reach the goal?
Okay, so you can set them as your objective is to get this many, but you're going to do activities and see as a result of the activities you take, do they get the result that you want? So for example, let's say I wanted 100 new referrals. I can't really make people refer them, but what I can say is I'm going to part of my campaign to increase those referrals is I'm going to let people know we actually have a referral program, or I'm going to do some type of incentive thing. Then I do those things and they lead to then the result to see, do I actually get the number of referrals that I wanted, or is there an increase or a measurement? And if it is, then great, then I keep doing that. If not, then I'll say, okay, I need to take some different actions to be able to get there. Does that make sense? Okay.
Lisa said, what can you influence and what can you control? That's mostly a philosophical question, but the way we look at it is this. In the grand scheme of things, there's only about 2% that you can control. Now that's not much, but it's enough if you can figure out what's in the 2%. What you can control ultimately is your inputs and your behaviors. And if you can do that, then you have to let the results be the results. It's identifying what can I control and did I control that? When we go to success and failure, if I identify what I could control and I controlled it, success. Where the result comes out is where the result comes out. And we realign that behavior didn't lead to the right result. Let me try something differently. But if I controlled and I did what I said I was going to do, then you've done it. You've done the first part right. And there's only and the results are the results. Great questions, everybody. I see Ariel and John with hands up. Let's go there. And then we'll do a chat storm on the way out. So Ariel, what do you got for Spearhead?
I'm just doing audio because I'm driving. But tied to Taryn's comment, my Spearhead is to increase the recurring revenue of my coaching revenue by just over 20%. And so the metrics to do that is to get 5 new clients amongst 2 different programs. And Mike, I'll give you credit for telling me to always use the word program. So I need 25. I'm assuming 25 referrals in order to do that, and therefore my metric is just at 10 dedicated prospecting meetings with active and/or former clients to get those 25 referrals by April 21st.
Nice. Nice and tight, really measurable, lots in your control. Well done, Ariel. Nicely done. Thank you so much for sharing that one.
I did have
Absolutely.
prep prior to this, so it wasn't all done today. This helped me to solidify it. And during this planning time, I reached out to 2 people about sending those CPMs. So thank you for that.
So like you literally started working on it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, nice job. Bonus points for that. Thanks, Ariel. All right, John Taylor, what do you got?
So I had a money number goal written down in my Spearhead, and then I just scribbled it out with great detail. And I put, after talking with Darren in the breakout, so we have a process of what we do, and my new goal is to have that process happen from start to finish completely autonomously, And then the financial goal will happen because I'll have the time to hit the financial goal. And to be honest with you, the financial goal is, I feel is like maybe a little easy, but it's June, it's summer, it's slow. You know, I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking.
If you crush the goal early, you do get to celebrate early. That you know, if you can take a couple days in June, take your Fridays off. Darren's got a summer schedule. He's earned it, right? I'm working to get there. I love it, John. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, folks, here's the last part, and this is where everybody can participate. I'm calling this a chat storm, which means let's fill up the chat with your answers to the last question, which is, what's your number one takeaway from today? And how does your plan reflect what you learned today? How did that loyalty model help you get clarity on your plan? So what's your takeaway? How are you using it? Let's fill up the chat with those answers, because I know that that's going to be really encouraging for everybody here to see all the great ideas that you have and what you're going to be doing with them. So fill up the chat. I'll give you a minute to do that. It's great. These are great. So this is going to focus on being likable. Area of opportunity. I get it. Pat said there's clarity of the 90-day, knowing then and thinking towards the end of June and getting that as a deadline. Brent's appreciating the idea of focusing on one measurable outcome and then coaching towards it. I like Lynn's pre-engagement and post-engagement review. There's your metrics before and after showing progress. Sarah's putting it on the calendar. Roger's at the 30, 60, 90 checkup. Planning in quarters from Ariel. John is also going to focus on being likable. Very nice. Or are you saying that Susie also needs to focus on being likable? I'll make sure I'm understanding that right. Reach out to past customers, get them to raving fans for testimonials. Awesome. Lisa, I think you signed up with me for coaching. I've got an idea to help you with that as well for testimonials. This is really good stuff, everybody. One last request from us. Again, we asked you to please sign up for coaching. If you haven't already, please do that. Also, we want to just get your feedback and let us know how we can do this better next time. We're all about continuous improvement as well. Let us know if we were likable or not, whether we helped you achieve, whether we pointed you towards results, and whether you trust us, want to engage with us again in the future. So please fill out the survey, drop the survey link in the chat as well. Please sign up for coaching with us. We want to help you and go crush that Q2 goal with loyalty. Thank you, everybody, for participating and being super engaged with us today in the inaugural Apex for the Idea Collective Small Business Incubator. Pat, thank you so much for having us. It was a treasure, a treat, and a pleasure.
It was great. I really appreciate you bringing the content to us. And I think that's what we have to find out now. We need to get the feedback to Michael and Darren and let them know, did you value this? Would you like them to do it again? And definitely take advantage of their offer to get together and do some laser coaching. So they won't hear us because all of us are on mute, but I think a round of applause is in order for the gentlemen for their education today. We really, really appreciate it. So we'll look for your feedback. Make sure you let them know what you thought and get engaged with them on those laser calls so you can improve your second quarter plan. And if all goes well, maybe they'll come back and do it again for us to get ready for Q3. Thanks again to Darren and Michael and to Spearhead for teaching us today. I'm Pat Miller, the Idea Coach, founder of the Idea Collective. Thanks for coming. And now let's go crush Q2 together.